Hello everyone, this is Panda. I'm the Panda Photographer. I'm also a member of the HiUSA International Hostel 501c3 organization. And through this pandemic, I've been using the hostels as a way to survive through this pandemic. And one of the hostels that I'm staying at is the San Francisco hostel. Now take this with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. This is a review, and this is just my personal opinions as someone has been a member for over, I would say 9 years plus. I'm gonna say this: independent owned affiliated hostels can run independently based on their own rules. The HiUSA hostel has their own rules, so take it with a grain of salt. If you find something that seems a little bit unethical, then maybe you should talk to a manager or bring it up with the staff and ask why that is. So with that said, first and foremost, I'm in room 402. I've been here for about 7-8 days, and I decided to travel along, keep continuing to travel to find more work. I don't like to stay in one spot for too long. You guys know my reputation as a travel photographer, a documentarian, and one of the issues with this hostel, particularly through the pandemic, that a lot of people are having was the fact that you were not able to cook. And I'm sorry to say this, but like, I'm going to emphasize two things to the San Francisco hostel. It would have been better if you would have gave us that flexibility, because other hostels are doing it, to cook. Because I'm going to show, ladies and gentlemen, I spent in 8 days, I spent over $300 in food, which could have gone, sorry, my exposure was locked in, which could have gone, mind you, a long way, meaning that it could have went forward to paying for more hostel stays, also could have helped me pay for other bills. Now, take this with a grain of salt. Being in the hostel is an opportunity and a privilege, because some of these hostels can refuse service. And I like the lights in this bed. Makes it more ideal, as you can see. But anyway, just wanted to emphasize that lighting in that bed, and you have outlets and plugs. But this is a 4-bedroom dorm, but I'm the only one in here because of the COVID situation. So take this with a grain of salt. Once again, I'm gonna keep saying it. But nice view, nice location. There is some homeless around the area, so be aware of, panhandlers and people asking you for change. But at this hostel, I would have preferred to save money and stay inside. What I mean by that is, go to Walgreens, which is only 2 blocks that way, down the street, buy some groceries for the week, cook it, prep it, store it in the refrigerator. Therefore, I save money and time. And, as I said before, could have went forward to other things. So, but they're not allowing you to cook food. But some guests have gone out their way and bought a pan to cook food, because honestly, it's their human right. But it is a service that the hostel is trying to, I guess, bring back. Mind you that the hostel was just reopened maybe like a month ago. So you guys got to take this with a grain of salt. They are struggling too. They're going through some difficulties in dealing with COVID. But that's the one that knows how to deal with the COVID situation and has reported with the CDC, Public Health, in Oregon State, in Vancouver, Canada, and Madison, Wisconsin, and state of Wisconsin. I'm going to say you guys are very fortunate to be in a hostel like this, because it's very clean and very, very, very respectful. Now, I know some of you guys may have asked these questions, what's the spots on the rug? And I know some of you this may throw you off a little bit. And it does for me, because some people, it's not a very good impression when you walk in a room and you see spots like that. But this is what happens when you have guests that do things in the room they're not supposed to. These are the results. It's hard to replace rugs like this, so take this with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. This is guests doing, not staff. The staff tried to clean their best to do it, but overall they do repair. I guess they do, or do try to clean the rugs. I think they should steam vacuum the rugs. I think they do, because This is an old building. This building's been here for a long, long time. But anyway, guys, I want to emphasize my room before I check out. Now, I have volunteered my time at the Northwest Portland Hostel, and the Vancouver Hostel, and Madison, Wisconsin Hostel, and those are really nice hostels, by the way. But this hostel in particular is, for me, as a business documentarian, I'm going to say this right now. I took up the office space 2 days ago, and people wanted to use that library, and I felt really bad because I need to pay attention to audio. Audio makes up 50% of the audience. So I needed to have a room that had minimum to no noise. And that room wasn't ideal, to be honest. It had a bad echo. And when I was live streaming, yeah, you can see people walk to the door. And yeah, I felt really bad. And I needed to get this work done so I could get paid. But yeah, I think there should have been a table in each room due to the pandemic. At least put the table right here where, you know, the window front, you can sit here. And I know there's a heater, but this heater rarely turns on. This heater rarely turns on. But with that said, everyone, bathroom, other hand, pretty clean, very colorful with the color. Shampoo, wash, if you don't have soap, it's there. This is the insulation for the steam when it gets hot. As you can see, tub is clean. Bathroom is absolutely clean. I keep my stuff clean. When I stay at the hostel, I keep my room clean. Period. You should have manners that way. But yeah. So with that said, everyone, you got a mirror here. You got a closet here. Spacious closets to store your belongings. Yeah, got hooks. Yeah, basically you got 2 windows. You can open only partial way, 20% of the way. There's a stopper in the window, but I was able to take some nice photographs out here. But the purpose of this video is to share a little bit of light. Now, this hostel I do recommend, but it's not ideal as, for me, it's not ideal as someone is traveling. I like the Northwest Portland Hostel because they have flexibilities, they have private, more private space than this hostel. I like going to the Tenderloin because they have an indoor bar, but right now that hostel is being used to house homeless people at this time. And as I said, you know, that hostel I really like because they have the indoor bar. I don't have to go outside all the time. Food is just around the corner. Just like here, food is just around the corner, down the street, or right above us, or not above us, below us. But yeah, stores are everywhere, but you know, I wish I could have cooked, saved a lot more money, but it wasn't really ideal for me. This is why I'm checking out, because there's another hostel that I'm going to that has accessibilities, accessibilities for cooking, and I can't continue to stay here and spend money that no one cannot afford to spend. Not saying that the hostel did anything wrong, it's just that I wish they would have thought about our needs too at this time, because what we need as a people is some unification and some understanding. But I'm the ThePandaPhotographer, everyone, and I got my studio gear. This is what I'm traveling with. This is my studio. This is my home while I'm in the States. I know you guys are probably saying, why don't you go back to Japan, or why don't you go back to Paris, or what's going on with that? I don't, because I don't feel safe. I would rather go back to Japan, but there's nothing going for me there, and I'm not going to be, I don't want to be a burden to my parents, so I'd rather continue to strive and look forward, because I got a future, and I got dreams too that I want to accomplish, and I kind of want to help people along the way. And for the last 8 months, I have helped so many people with my own money, out my own savings. And people, the photography community, the YouTube community can vouch for that. So, yeah, there are people out there that need. I feel bad for them. So I also sacrifice when I don't even have it. I also sacrifice because it's good to share and pay for it. So with that said, everyone, just do your best you can. But it's time to check out Tranchi's batteries before I leave. Got a long trip. But with that said, everyone, yeah, this is me. This is Panda. yeah, my style is different from most people's. Yet, but I try to do my best, and love this hostel, but there are some things that the hostel needs to improve on, and definitely recommend through the COVID-19, if they continue to stay open, if they do open, please give us the flexibility to cook a meal, because I spent 300 and what was it? What's my receipt? 300. It's on my computer because I asked for invoices. So now this is the best thing that you guys can do. If you go to Walgreens, if you have a Walgreens account, update your Walgreens account. Do everything by Q card scans or credit card or tap to pay. Do not carry cash. This is what I recommend. Do not try to touch cash. If you are going to touch cash, if you want to do laundry, make sure you sanitize it or sanitize your hands. Or, trust me, guys, doing everything electronically would save your life. So no contact. So with that said, everyone, yeah, Panda here, and I have to go now. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.